In the article, "It's Like Having a Second Full-Time Job," Hunter explores crowdfunding uses and impacts in the field of journalism. As traditional news organizations continue to face cuts and closures, this has resulted in another form of financing journalism evolving as a viable business approach. And this is the implementation of crowdsourced fundraising. The basis for Hunter's argument is that crowdfunding is a form of hope labor that serves specific purposes to journalists who undertake the task of starting a campaign. This includes brand creation, gaining recognition, harnessing audience attention, and establishing a renewable source of funding. For journalists who are finding little opportunities for traditional and gainful employment, crowdfunding is helping them to raise money as well as market themselves and their ideas. This evolving business model increases possibilities across the field of journalism, but not without a time-consuming and labor-intensive commitment that includes managing other conflicts that arise as a result of combining journalism with day-to-day business operations. There are different fundraising models for crowdsourcing. The equity-based and lending-based models leave the investor with the expectation they will have a financial return on their donation. The two most commonly used for the journalistic field are the donation-based models that leave the donor without any expectation for compensation, and the rewards model that offers donors a gift in return for their investment in the campaign. The approach towards raising funds by the freelance and other journalists depends on their type of endeavor, whether the expenses are related to covering a single event or an ongoing issue, a new startup venture, or an auxiliary project such as raising money to increase distribution methods. Crowdsourcing can be used for all of these reasons. In addition to the earlier mentioned difficulties journalists encounter with a crowdsourced campaign, there is also the factor of attracting donors. Limited research has been sought towards the way that donors contribute, although there has been some research to establish what motivates them to donate to their cause. Another element to consider is the impact on the audience and the journalist relationship, since the donor is co-producing the news via the investment funds. Journalists can allow little, if any, editing control of the content, or include their supporters as input and part of the content and process. Other audience impact is that they can serve as a commodity source for advertising and possess a position of empowerment for what journalism they choose to support. While crowdfunding as related to journalism can be necessary yet rewarding, it is also demanding for those who use this financial platform to generate funds for their projects. While Hunter notes more insight and future research for how donors choose to invest should be investigated, as well as evaluating their rights and powers as co-producers for the content they choose to support, she further details her explorations into the labor of crowdfunding from three perspectives: the labor involved in the campaign, the labor donors invest into the campaign, and the type of labor that crowdfunding enables.